I'm gonna go set the dynamite.
All right.
How's it going?
It's all set. Don't you all go back in there.
All right, so Diamond, what is there to see in this mine anyway?
Well, I'll tell you what. I seen some fellas over here on Louise's property the other night. They looked like they was looking for something up in that mine. I don't think that's good for them to be doing that.
Arf, arf,
Jeb, you quit that. Ain't nothing to see in there.
arf, arf, arf.
Hey, get back here.
Blue, don't go in there. I'll get him.
Boom!
Ah! Crack! Boom! Bang!
Hey here, Jeb. Hey, Eugene, where's Diamond? Go. There's a fire! There's a fire!
I'll get him, Miss Blue.
Miss Louisa! Miss Louisa!
Ow! Don't put that on.
Gotta get it out somehow.
Oh, wait, stay up, stay up, stay up.
Wake up, Louisa! Wake up! Wake up, Louisa!
Bald in her face now.
Someone call Cotton.
All rise. The court of the Honorable Henry J. Atkins is now in session. All those having business before this court draw near and now shall be heard.
Call to the next case.
Well, Your Honor, this certainly is not a pleasant task, but one that the Commonwealth has a duty to perform. Southern Valley Coal and Gas has made an offer to purchase property solely owned by Miss Cardinal. We believe that because of her recent stroke, she's not legally fit to make an informed decision on that offer. Her only relatives are both underage and thus disqualified from acting for her. And we understand that the surviving parent of these children is her severely mentally incapacitated. We also have it on good authority that Miss Cardinal has signed no power of attorney allowing others to represent her interests. In order to fully protect Miss Cardinal's rights in this matter, we are seeking to have her declared mentally unfit and to have a guardian appointed so that an orderly disposition of her affairs may be conducted, including this very lucrative offer from Southern Valley. Go!
Oh well.
Thank you, Mr. Good. Cotton?
Your Honor, what we have here is an attempt to circumvent rather than facilitate Miss Cardinal's wishes. She has already rejected an offer from Southern Valley to purchase her land.
Is that true, Mr. Good?
Miss Cardinal rejected one such offer. However, the present offer is for considerably more money and thus must be separately entertained.
Miss Cardinal made it very clear that she would not sell her land at any price to Southern Valley.
Do you have any witnesses to that effect?
Just me.
Well, if Mr. Longfellow intends to make himself a material witness in this case, I insist he rescue himself as counsel for Miss Cardinal. Is that what you want to do?
No, it's not. However, I can represent Miss Louise's interests until she gets
Your
better.
Honor, Mr. Longfellow has expressed a clear prejudice to my client in full view of the court. He can hardly be considered independent enough to fairly represent Miss Cardinal's interests.
I am inclined to agree with him, Cotton.
Well, then we contend that Miss Cardinal is mentally unfit.
Then we have ourselves a dispute, gentlemen. I'm settling this for trial in 1 week.
That's not enough time.
1 week's fine with us. Miss Cardinal's affairs deserve to be attended to with all due speed and respect.
Cotton, I've been over to the hospital to see Louisa. Now, whether she has her senses or not, it seems to me those children are going to at least need a guardian. We might as well get it done as quick as possible.
We'll see you in court. After all this deliberation, have you met the verdict?
Yes, we have, Your Honor. We find in favor of Southern Valley.
Does it follow through? Maybe the wishing well did work. Or perhaps it was the unwearing faith of a little boy. Or maybe it was as simple as a little girl telling her mother she loved her. The important thing was, our mother came back to us, even as our beloved Louisa May left us. We had Louisa but a minute, yet we came close to having her not at all. My mother and Cotton were married a year later. Cotton adopted Oz and me. I showed equal love and affection to him and my mother. They spent our 4 wonderful decades together on this mountain and died within a week of one another. I will never forget Cotton's great kindness, and I will go to my own grave knowing that my mother and I made the most of our second chance. My little brother did grow into those feet and developed an even bigger arm. And on a glorious autumn day, Oz Cardinal pitched and won a World Series for the New York Yankees. He's now a school teacher there, with a well-deserved reputation for helping timid children thrive. And his grandson has inherited the immortal bear. Some days, I want nothing more than to be holding that little boy again, running my fingers through his hair, comforting him. My cowardly lion. But children grow up, and my little brother became a fine man, and his sister is truly proud of him. Eugene went on to have his own farm and family and still lives nearby. He remains to this day one of my best friends in the world, and after his performance in this courtroom so long ago, I never heard anybody ever again refer to him as Hell No. And me? Like my father, I left the mountain, but unlike Jack Cardinal, I came back. I married and raised a family here in a home I built on this land Louisa May left us. Now my own grandchildren come and visit every summer. I tell them the life of growing up here, about Louisa May, Cotton, and my dear friend Diamond Skinner, and also about others who touched our lives. I do so because I believe it is important for them to know such things about their family. Over the years, I had read so many books. I started to write one of my own. I loved it so much, I wrote it 14 more. I told stories of happiness and wonder, of pain and fear, of survival and triumph, of the land and its people, as my father had. And while I had never won the sorts of awards he did, my book tended to sell a little better. As my father wrote, one's courage, hope, and spirit can be severely tried by the happy stints of life. But as learned on this Virginia mountain, so long as one never loses faith, it is impossible to ever truly be alone. That is where I belong. It is a true comfort to know that I will die here on this high rock. And I fear my passioning not at all. My enthusiasm is perfectly understandable, you see, for the view from here is so very fine.